Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today, we're diving into a company that's trying to stay fizzy in a world that's increasingly health conscious. I'm talking about Jones Soda and their latest financial report filed as a Form 10Q. Get ready for a story of changing tastes, cannabis ambitions, and a battle to stay afloat. Before we dive in, if you enjoy breaking down reports to understand what a company is really doing, then please consider hitting subscribe. We also have a Discord community where you can geek out with other Corporate Decoder fans. The link is in the description below. Scroll explainables first off, a quick note. When you hear we, us, or are in this report, it's all about Jones Soda Co., the Washington-based company, and its bunch of smaller companies that it fully owns. Also, Jones Soda refers to their well-known premium drinks. Scroll Form 10 to scroll teal. Alright, so what is this Form 10Q document that we're decoding? Well, this is a quarterly report. Basically, every 3 months, companies have to update everyone with a report like this, so people know what's going on with their money. Let's find out what Jones Soda has been up to these past few months. Scroll Commission Coil number 0002882 and scroll. This part gives us the basic information about the company, like its name, where it's incorporated and its tax ID. It's like the company's official ID card. Scroll Entity Current Reporting Status to yes scroll. This is a quick check to make sure Jones Soda has been keeping up with its paperwork, filing all the required reports on time. The answer is yes, meaning they're following the rules. Scroll Entity Filer Category 2, Non-Accelerated Settle Scroll Spis, tells us what kind of company we're dealing with. Jones Soda is a non-accelerated filler, meaning they're not a huge company and they don't have to rush their filings. They're also a smaller reporting company. Scroll Entity Common Stock Shares Outstanding 6 of V5 dad in 2 6 of V5 though 227 scroll 5 of May. Jones Soda had over 115 million shares of stock out there, showing how much of the company is owned by the public. Scroll Canary Colnatus, regarding forward. Love for an important heads up. This document has a bunch of forward-looking statements. Basically, the company's guesses about the future. Take these with a grain of salt because things could change. Jones Soda lists a whole bunch of things that could mess with their business, from competing with the big guys to keeping up with the ever-changing consumer tastes. They talk about their ability to grow, raise money, manage expenses, and even handle things like product recalls. A lot of these challenges boil down to this: can Jones Soda keep its brand cool and its products selling in a super competitive market? Scroll Cadence, Tolerated, Balance, Sheet Scroll. Alright, let's get to the numbers. The balance sheet is like a snapshot of what the company owns assets and what it owes liabilities at a specific point in time. For example, accounts receivable means all the money that is owed to the company, and at the end of March that was $3.6 million. Troll C.6 million. 6 scroll E908 scroll. Freezy had about 3.9 million in inventory. But here's the thing that jumps out. Scroll liabilities current Taffany 440 milliate scroll. Their current liabilities, which are debts due within a year, are way higher at 8.4 million. This can be a tight spot because they have lots of short-term bills but less cash to pay for them. And on the bright side, Cam's gross stockholders equity as well 130.96 scroll. Company has 1.3 million Turani 6 scroll to company. Has 1.3 million in total shareholder equity. Scroll and stow at its statements of Accession scroll. Now let's look at the income statement. This is like a video showing how much money the company made and lost over 3 months. First up is the most important number, their revenue, which is all the money they made selling stuff. It's 4.6 million, but that's less than the 5 million they made in the same period last year. It cost 2.8 million to make all those drinks. After subtracting the cost of goods, have a gross profit of 1.7 million. Next is spending. They spent 1.2 million on selling and marketing and 1.1 million on general stuff after all the taxes and incomes. Their net loss was negative 8052k. Nobody wants a loss, but let's see if it is better than before. Last year the loss was at 1.1 million, so that's definitely good news. That said, net loss per share is 1 cent per share. 20 pastry X-Scroll consolidated statements of cash flow scroll. Cash flow statement will tell you how much cash the company actually has during the 3 months. The company has negative 82k in net loss and with added adjustments, ending up being at negative $1.7 million from operations. Net cash from revolving credit facility was at 986k. And after repayments, the financing activities made a profit of 9116k. Which means that their cash at the end of period ended up at 735k. This part is where Jones Soda explains how they do their accounting. It covers everything from how they handle money coming in from sales, how they value their stuff. It also goes over things like potential credit losses and how they calculate earnings per share. One critical point here is liquidity. They have a significant amount of debt which can be risky for a company. They also have debt related to insurance. At Scroll, recent accounting guidance not yet adopted Scroll. They are also discussing new accounting rules by the FASB that might affect how they report their finances in the future. They discuss their value when it comes to equipment and machinery. Scroll crowed the hack expenses. This section will show us some of them, things like salary for their employee, marketing costs, etc. It talks about their credit agreements from lenders. They talk about the office location where the company is located and its contract terms, as well as their plans to move. Next up is the nitty-gritty about their stock options and warrants, who gets them, how they vest, and what it all means for the company's finances. Stock options outstanding. The long story short is they gave out a lot of options to try to keep everybody happy at the company. This section talks about breaking down the company's business into different parts or segments. It is split into beverages and cannabis-derived THC beverages and the net sales from each section in different geographical locations such as the US and Canada. Also the operating income from both sectors. Here they lay out their promises to suppliers and any legal headaches they might be dealing with. It's all about managing expectations and acknowledging potential risks. Escrow legal proceedings scroll. After the books close for the quarter, but before they release the report, they have to flag anything important that happened. In this case, the chairman gave the company a loan for $450K. Alright, let's put this all together. Jones Soda is in a tough spot. Sales are down a little and they're still losing money. They're trying to fix this by cutting costs and betting on new products, especially in the cannabis space. They've got a lot of debt, but they're managing to keep things afloat with new loans and a new credit line. The company is clearly trying to turn things around by focusing on those alternative adult beverages, but it's a risky bet and they need those new products to really take off to get back on track. Natural, I'd say Jones Soda is a bit of a turnaround story. It's not in the best shape, but new leadership may allow it to steer the business in the right direction. Whether they can pull it off remains to be seen. That's our take on Jones Soda's latest quarterly report. Do you think they'll manage to stay in the game, or are they running out of fizz? Let me know in the comments. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. And don't forget to join our Discord community to discuss this and other companies. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. We're going to be going through how to read an ants video.